like the middle of the night, but I needed to talk to you about what's happening with reading this book. Yeah, that's what I need to talk to you about. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another Vlogmas video. I'm starting this vlog in the night because I want to start reading this book, Love by Toni Morrison. I have this plan, I have this goal to read all of the works of 3 authors, Toni Morrison, Barbara Pym, and Muriel Spark. This is how I have done thus far with these authors. So this is how I started my reading journal in January 2024. I marked in so for each table, I have the name of the author and all the novels that this author has published, and I'm supposed to be coloring in all the novels as I read them. So I've started this challenge now. I think this is my 3rd year doing it. And so I started in 2024 by highlighting all the novels that I had read at the beginning of 2024 with the intention that as I read this year, I would use a different color so I'd see what I read this year versus what I'd read starting the year. As you can tell, none of these lists have anything highlighted for 2024 because somehow I make the goal and then just didn't do anything with these goals this year. My reading this year has not been according to plan. Let's just say it like that. I haven't read, I wouldn't even say half. I haven't read a big enough fraction of the books that I intended to read this year, but my reading year so far has been really, really good in terms of quality. Quantity, not so much. But the books that I have read, I have really, really enjoyed. A lot of the reading that I did this year was for challenges, was for the BookTube Prize or for Buddy Reads or just other reading challenges that I'm participating in. So in any case, you know, at the beginning of this Vlogmas series, I put some books aside that I wanted to read, was thinking about reading, have some kind of plan to read at some point, and I wrapped them up. So I've been working my way through the stack. And no, I'm not going to finish the stack in December. That was never my intention, but at least it helps me add a little bit of interest, add a little bit of excitement for me, add a little bit of the unknown. How do I choose my next book? So this is the book my daughter chose for me, Love by Toni Morrison. And when I looked at it, I know that I've never finished this book, but I do know that I had started it some time ago and I couldn't remember why I hadn't finished it. So I started reading, and it is set in a fading beach town is how the synopsis describes it. And we're reading about a lot of female characters, and they're all related to this deceased man in some way. So the synopsis says wife, daughter, granddaughter, employee, and mistress. And all of these women are interested in this deceased man's legacy in some way. And I like how Toni Morrison starts off her book with describing some of the drama, some of the issues by residing in the perspective of one character and showing that character's relationship to everything else that's going on, giving you a little bit of insight into some of the things that you're going to see discussed on the pages. And I remember thinking when I started reading this, like, there are a lot of women in here. But that's life, right? And I like that life. Like, a lot of the people that I follow on social media are women. Like, I love inhabiting the space where there are a lot of women. So I don't know why I never finished this, but it is my intention to finish it this time. However, I started a couple of days ago and I haven't gotten very far. And I may be putting it aside to read other things alongside it. So for now, I wanted to give you an update on my reading. Was my intention to do that in this video. Like, okay, Vlogmas, this is the book. This is what I'm thinking about this book while I'm reading it. But I think this is going to be a slower read because I need something else. I need something else. And I don't know if it's because of what I have been reading recently. I need to read something else as well. So we are going to segue into something else. I'll share a little bit of my getting ready with me as we get ready for church, and a little bit of our church experience, and then maybe for the next video we'll choose another book that we can read a little faster and make a little bit more progress towards finishing up some things, because I'd like to give you a flip through of my reading journal before the end of the year. And so far, I don't have a lot to share with you in terms of numbers. That's not true. I've read a lot. I've read a lot this year. Not as much as I wanted to, not as much as I thought I would, but I have a lot to share. So we're going to put this not quite aside, but we are going to pick up something else to read alongside it, which is fine because right now I'm only reading this. So enjoy the rest of the Vlogmas video, and we'll be back with another reading update in the next one. So thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. Don't go away. Stay tuned. I love you. I get a smile. Thank you. I love it. Give me another pose.
For all of you, kindergarten, see that flyer again. So cradle roll, kindergarten, primary and juniors, next Sabbath.